And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Copper Box Arena here in London, England, it is time for the main event of the evening. 5 rounds scheduled for the CWFC Welterweight Championship of the World. Presented by the Hippodrome Casino, London. The 3 judges scoring this bout at cage side on the 10-point must system: Ben Cartledge, Mark Collette, and David Leatherby. And when the action begins inside the cage, your referee in charge, Mark Goddard. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready and the fighters are ready. London, make some noise if you are ready! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 10 inches tall. Official weight, 169 1/2 pounds. In 9 professional bouts, he has 8 victories, with just 1 defeat. Fighting out of Oslo, Norway, here is the challenger, Mohsen Bahari! And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He is a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 11 inches tall. Weighing in officially 169 1/2 pounds, this 12-fight veteran is perfect in the cage. 12 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Copenhagen, Denmark, here is the reigning, defending CWFC Welterweight Champion of the World, the undefeated Nicolas Sharpshooter Dalby!
Okay, gentlemen, you understand the rules you're fighting under. Listen to me at all times. Keep yourself protected. When I say stop, you stop. Touch gloves. Let's do this.
Here we go, folks.
I can't tell you how excited I am right now.
The atmosphere here is electric. Mohsen Bahari, the challenger, in the black with red trim. Nicolas Dalby, the champion, in the blue. We're underway. No touch of gloves. Straight to the action here in our main event of the evening at Cage Warriors 74. Brad Wharton and Josh Palmer privileged to call the action for you tonight. And there's been plenty of it, and there promises to be plenty more to come.
Dalby with the center of the cage, just opening up with an early jab.
Bahari stalking his man around the cage. A lot of movement usually from Dalby. We saw him fighting Churilov and really kept up an energizer bunny pace throughout that. Nice right hand. The first significant blow of the fight goes to the champion.
Well, you can see though, Bahari caught him on the way in there.
Nice leg kick there from Dalby. Bahari about as hard-nosed as they come though. Will take 2 to give 1.
He's been in some absolute slugfests inside this Cage Warriors arena.
An absolute war with Ben Alloway. Fight of the year candidate against Piotr Patinsky. Back in London, I believe that took place.
Oh,
Trying the head kick there.
Yeah, putting the combinations together in there, you see. Gets stuck inside the pocket, both guys throwing. It is a bit of a pick-em contest.
Dalby tries to change levels. Bahari blocks it. Dalby trying for the head kick. He gets caught though. Is Bahari going to trip him? No.
And Bahari had a good chance there to capitalize, but looking for the high crotch now. He's got Dalby up. Can he complete? Well,
phenomenal balance. Phenomenal balance there from Nicolas Dalby.
He knew he was in danger. He wrapped the leg up and just managed to find his feet first.
And we wondered earlier in the week, Josh, would Dalby be the guy to test? Would Bahari rather be the guy to test Dalby's ground credentials? We didn't see really any action on the ground on his Cage Warriors debut. Of course, we know that Dalby and Bahari will have no problem with standing in the center of the cage and slugging it out if it comes to that. Some frantic exchanges already.
Stay busy, gents. Improve that position. Come on, let's work.
Short knees here from Mohsen Bahari. Dalby just staying heavy on the cage. Mark Goddard taking a good look here.
We've seen Bahari in, he's kind of drawn out encounters on the fence before. Not so much for Nicolas Dalby, who chooses to create the space.
Small cut on the nose of Mohsen Bahari, nothing significant, and there was that big high kick. We've seen that before.
Inside low kick moved Bahari well there. You see Dalby's continually in and out, but he doesn't want to stay there. You see Bahari's willingness to immediately throw 2, 3, 4 shots.
Both men landing in these exchanges. Dalby mixing things up with kicks. So far, just punches from Bahari. And Dalby's cut as well now. A small nick, looks like between the eyes of the champion.
Dalby's got to be careful. He doesn't get too caught up in having a wall, having a slugfest in the pocket. He's got that in and out speed and movement. That's the style that's been so effective for him.
Snappy two-piece there from Dalby. Falling just short with the second combination now.
Good
Again,
level
he changes
change.
levels.
Great
Can he complete
timing.
the takedown? He's got his hands linked.
Oh, Bahari's in with one underhook. Dalby needs to get his hips underneath him a little bit more.
And Dalby gets the takedown. A change in tack here from the champion.
Oh, immediately looking to step over and pass.
Nice elbow coming down from Dalby. Bahari up, and Bahari with a cheeky little left hand there on the break.
Got a good takedown, but some excellent defensive work and technical stand-up from Mohsen Bahari.
Bahari stalking his man down. Elbow to the temple from Bahari there. Dalby doesn't want to stay in that pocket for too long.
So I just wonder if he's getting a little bit too caught up in the middle.
The striking of the champion looking sharp. Bahari swinging those big hurting bombs though. And Bahari gives a smile and a nod, which usually means he's got caught.
That's it, he's trying to cut Dalby off against the side of the cage here. Champion just finding his way out.
And there's that head kick again from Dalby as we enter the final few seconds of the very first round.
Time.
First round in the books, Josh. That's going to be an interesting one for our judges to score.
Yeah, very interesting. Both guys wearing a few signs of wear and tear. Let's have a look at the replays.
Dalby looking very sharp with his striking throughout. Bahari throwing the head kick up there. And this is where Bahari did some of his good work when Dalby stayed in that pocket just a fraction of a second too long.
Yeah, that's it. Dalby's so fast at getting in, he needs to be as fast getting out. Missed
Head kick
opportunity.
caught there.
Yeah, missed opportunity perhaps for Mohsen Bahari in that exchange. Was interesting to see Dalby try and put this on the ground a couple of times.
And Bahari just swinging those lunch boxes.
Yeah, not worrying about defending the tie clinch at all, just worrying about getting his own strikes off in the pocket there.
Just wailing on the champ there, as we've seen him do so many times before. Both men picking up little cuts. Dalby appears to have a little bit of swelling around the eyes and a cut across the bridge of the nose. Bahari's just a little nick, really. Second of 5-minute rounds if they need them. Cage Warriors Welterweight Championship of the World on the line. Nicolas Dalby defending, Mohsen Bahari challenging. Support for both men. Dalby opening up there with a nice combination, punches and kicks too. Bahari answering right back.
Hiding well behind his shoulder there. Dalby's got to keep up the straight shots.
And again with the head kick is Dalby, the kick that won him the Cage Warriors Welterweight Championship in Copenhagen earlier this year.
Mohsen Bahari striking, it's so interesting because it's almost so bread and butter. It's just straight shots down the middle, short hooks when you're getting close and the distance isn't there. But they're just relentless.
Really has been a phenomenal year for Scandinavian mixed martial arts, Josh. Tony Tauru picking up a belt, Panicky Anza picking up a belt. Oh, huge combination there from Dalby with a nice right hand on the end of it. The welterweight title goes back to Scandinavia tonight. Does it go to Denmark or Norway? We're about to find out. Dalby's charging in for a takedown here.
So deep on that shot, but it was all in a straight line. Once he connected the hips, he didn't change the angle. And then he's had to complete against the cage. It is a takedown nonetheless, though.
And we wondered if we'd see the champ on the ground in this fight. So far, he's he's been the aggressor when it comes to takedowns. He's been searching them out. He's obviously seen something in Bahari's game that he feels he can exploit.
But Bahari's only loss, a very quick heel hook from Matt Inman. But otherwise, he himself is perfect as well.
Put your back of the head with the shots. Pick the shots.
Mohsen Bahari looking to squirm his way out here, Josh.
Yeah, setting up an arming guillotine, actually, but Dalby able to square his centre line off.
What options does Bahari have from this position, Josh?
Depends how active he wants to be with his guard. His legs are open, so he is looking for things, but see, just tying up, slowing the pace down, perhaps working for a stand-up. Depending on his grips, he's got sweeps and submissions. It's just not something we see very often, because he doesn't end up on his back.
Well, I'm not sure if it's the same little nick on Bahari's face, or if perhaps there's another cut, but he does appear to be bleeding just underneath the eye. Not too much of a problem standing up, but obviously when he's on his back, could be potential for a bit of vision blurring there. And he has been cut across the cheek.
Oh, looking for the switch now. Dalby keeps his head on the outside. That is a possible option for him.
Bahari looking for a bit of rubber guard perhaps there. Dalby straight out of dodge.
Never really had the upper body control needed, and Dalby looking to pass now. Half guard for him.
And Bahari's fans here at the copper box cheering their man on, trying to give him a bit of momentum. Nicolas Dalby in control at this juncture though, as Bahari looks to use the cage to walk his way back to his feet.
Bahari pummeling back inside. Good strong grips from him.
And swinging away, Mohsen Bahari letting the hands go. Dalby answering right back. They're back in the center of the cage. A bit of a mouse there under the eye of Bahari that's been split. Dalby going downstairs that time with a kick to the body. Nice two-piece combination from the champion.
Again, that karate background coming in, stepping across, and
oh, the question mark kick.
just starting to up his work rate a little bit more, perhaps. Another good takedown for the champion. Drove through cleanly on this occasion.
Bahari on top once again with 25 seconds in the round. Racking up the points here is the champion.
I don't think we'll see Bahari waste too much energy in trying to stand back up here. There's only 10 seconds left. Be content to see this round out, but another fast pace.
Stop.
Round two in the books, Josh. And the champion looking spry, looking happy as he heads back to his corner.
Again, part of it, the whole thing with his movement is just subconsciously letting his opponent know, as you'll see in the replays, that he can keep this up for days and that you're the one who's going to get tired.
Those high kicks, such a great weapon in the toolkit of Nicolas Dalby. Mohsen Bahari keeping things a little bit more basic, but nonetheless effective with those big hooks in the pocket. Just about legal, that knee.
Yeah, Dalby doing some good work on the inside there, but that's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to get in, get his shots, and slip his way out again. And those straight shots coming in.
And a nice takedown there to close out the round from the champ. Seconds out.
Well, there's still a possible 3 rounds to go, but Nicolas Dalby is dancing around with his hands in the air.
Ready, guys, man. Beat.
We are underway, third round of 5 if they need them. And they're right back to exchanging strikes in the middle of the cage. The champion Nicolas Dalby in the blue, the challenger Mohsen Bahari in the black and red. And that was a slip, I believe, from Dalby. He looked for a second, Mohsen might have rocked him. Bahari on the attack, though.
Yeah, Mohsen Bahari's got to get a little bit more offensive. He's doing good work when Dalby closes the distance, but Bahari's best when he's going forward himself.
It will be the first time in the championship rounds for Bahari if it goes that far. Dalby, of course, won his title in the fourth against Churilov in Copenhagen. And both these men are loaded with mean intentions. Neither man looking for point scoring here. Dalby again flicking that kick up and again switching for a takedown. Bahari blocks it though, catching him with a right hook on the break.
The first part of Nicolas Dalby's takedown entries are so good, it's so quick, the timing is perfect. But once he connects to the hips, just needs to have a little bit more follow through and a bit more of change of angle. Just that next part to really put it all together.
And Bahari stalking the champion here, looking for the elbow in close. Dalby firing back with a right hand and a high kick that missed. Overhand right from the champion lands. Doesn't phase Bahari. Nice combination there from Nicolas Dalby. Oh, solid right from the champ. That one got Bahari thinking.
Again, he doesn't need to stay inside the pocket. This is all good points, racking up the way of the Dane. It's exactly what he's known for, getting in, getting out. Interesting, well, I was just going to say, interesting, we haven't seen him throw more kicks, but there is a good inside low kick from him.
Oh, nice combination, left high kick to finish it off. He's really keeping Bahari guessing. Very defensive output from the man from Rumble Sports. Driving his man into the fence here, Josh.
Let's see if he changes level. Looks like he's got a good body lock.
Bahari stuck here up against the fence.
Yeah, just doesn't seem able to reverse Dalby against the cage here.
Changing levels is the champ and he gets the takedown. 2 minutes left in the round. Could be a significant takedown.
I like that he's immediately looking to progress position, but of course Bahari can do everything he can to stand straight back up. There we go, using the cage well.
Back in the center of the cage now, Dalby firing off kicks to the body.
And those body kicks are gonna start building up. If he can just turn his hip over a tiny bit more. Good takedown. 3 kicks had Mohsen Bahari thinking about something completely different other than the takedown.
The kicks at different levels as well, Josh. Common tactic with the low kicks, kicks to the body, and then all of a sudden you're firing it up to the head.
Don't hit the back of the
As
head.
we've seen, Nicolas
Bahari,
Dalby is
don't hit the
capable
back of the head.
of one-shot knockouts with those big kicks.
Mohsen Bahari looking to stay active with the legs. Hasn't really come close to doing anything too substantial from the guard yet.
And Mohsen Bahari's fans once again trying to drum up a bit of atmosphere for their man. Bahari taking a look up at the clock. 30 seconds left in the third round, then it's the championship frames.
You see Nicolas Dalby staying glued. Good short knee in there. That's a strike you don't often see coming.
Final 10 seconds of the round. Dalby looking for a big finish. Lands a couple of furious punches on Bahari there. And there's the buzzer.
Another good round for Nicolas Dalby. Getting some deep breaths of air in.
Let's take a look at some of the replays from the third round. And it's the combination striking rather, of Nicolas Dalby. which is really causing him to run away on the judges' scorecards right now. Big overhand right there, of course. Mohsen Bahari never out of a fight when he can land one of those big lunchbox-like hooks.
I think Dalby needs to stick to the straight shots when he comes in, not those short hooks. There we go, look at that, behind 2 jabs, kick on the end, fantastic combination. Good takedown here.
One of, I believe, 3 takedowns in the round, Josh.
Yeah, shooting all the way in. And again, those kicks are going to start building up to the body, to the arms.
Well, people say, well, he blocked the kick, but
we've already
imagine blocking a cricket bat with your arm. That's exactly how that feels.
Yeah, we've already seen how devastating that can be once tonight.
Absolutely. Steve McComb, unfortunately, suffering a broken arm earlier this evening. Thoroughly unpleasant situation to be blocking kicks that powerful. And Dalby immediately coming out to start the championship rounds
So that time
with a left high kick.
Going to the open side of Mohsen Bahari's guard. Bahari still with good high hands though.
Still looking very spry on his toes is Dalby. Great movement. Bahari though, relentless as ever. Oh, big high kick from Nicolas Dalby.
It's exactly what Dalby needs to do. Land the damage with the first 1 or 2 strikes and then try and tailor that really big finisher on the end.
Shades of the Churalov KO there being conjured in our minds.
I mean, it's very, very hard to put Mohsen Bahari away. Nobody's ever done it by strikes. But Nicolas Dalby's giving himself every opportunity here.
Great stepping hook from Dalby there, and a kick. Dalby unloading now. Beautiful jab, straight through the guard. Bahari's answer is to throw those big hooks that he's so noted for. He's just getting beaten to the punch though by Nicolas Dalby.
Again, good single leg entry from the champion, scores the takedown.
Bahari back on his feet, trying to work his way out, and does. Catches the champ with a big elbow. Bahari unloading now.
Again, this is where Dalby's got to be careful. He's doing so much damage on the outside. I'm not necessarily sure he needs to risk putting himself in those takedown positions.
And the arms of Bahari perhaps looking a little bit heavy there, Josh.
I mean, certainly his work rate is an awful lot lower than we usually see from him, but he's been on the end of just a relentless offense from Nicolas Dalby, who scores another takedown and immediately looks to progress the position once more.
Dalby staying heavy on top here, Josh. Bahari just not looking like he has an answer for this position at the moment. Closes the guard there, though.
There were a lot of good intentions early on. You know, a lot of grips, a lot of activity with the legs. It looked as though he was either going to be very active or try and deflect and stand up quickly, but just getting slightly slower and slower. And obviously, as the time ticks on, these guys coming up in 20 minutes of very fast-paced, active competition.
And the crowd here at the Copper Box making noise for Mohsen Bahari, cheering the man on. Been a phenomenal night of fights here so far. The Cage Warriors 74. We're back on New Year's Eve for Cage Warriors 75 for our traditional end-of-year extravaganza. We hope you'll join us there, either live at the Helix or by one of our many broadcast partners around the world. Cage Warriors 74 brought to you tonight by the Hippodrome Casino London.
Guys, last time,
Nicolas Dalby and Mohsen Bahari just getting a warning from referee Mark Goddard there. A little bit more action required.
Nicolas Dalby needs to look to progress that position again, try and step over to half guard.
Acting as a bit of a spoiler at this stage is the champ.
Oh, and Mohsen Bahari looking for a triangle. Dalby feeds both arms back inside, but good angle for Bahari. It's nice to see some attacking guard work from him.
Bahari still with a few tricks up his sleeve for this one. Bahari doing his level best here to get out from under the champ.
Time is ticking away for him though. I think undoubtedly 4 rounds down on the cards are Mohsen Bahari.
He just doesn't have an answer for the champion, Josh, when he's on top in this position.
I mean, in fairness, it's good to see this kind of smothering game from Nicolas Dalby, to know that he can do that, he can score the takedowns, he can be heavy on top. We're so used to seeing this dynamic in and out style. You know, it's good to see these other facets of his game, really just shutting down Mohsen Bahari.
Stop.
And of course, going to all the different energy systems over and over is just going to be so tiring for him.
Another round in the books, another round for the champion. Let's take a look at some of the action from that round. Some good takedowns by Nicolas Dalby. Opening exchange here on the feet, Josh.
Again, finding the lead right hand, the big kick on the end. Just more of that from Nicolas Dalby would be fantastic. Throwing those big knockout blows on the end.
Bahari trying a kick of his own there. Throwing a beautiful elbow on the break. Not quite able to follow it up with anything too significant before Dalby dictated the range again.
I mean, it was always going to be interesting to see whose striking game was going to take a bit of a lead role here and almost shut the others down to a certain extent. And earlier on, Mohsen Bahari was having some success. He was catching Nicolas Dalby sleeping in the pocket.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
As we said, Mohsen Bahari's good when he goes forward, and Nicolas Dalby hasn't given him the opportunity to do that at all.
Final round here at Cage Warriors 74. A fast start from Nicolas Dalby.
Good base from Mohsen Bahari, hopping on the single leg. Pummels back inside.
We'd love to hear your scorecards and thoughts on the fight. Join in the conversation on social media at Cage Warriors. Use the hashtag CWFC74. Cage Warriors lightweight Paul Redmond tweeting along at home. Hopefully we'll see Reza back in the cage on New Year's Eve as he looks to continue his ascent up the lightweight ranks. But it's the welterweights in action tonight. Nicolas Dalby, Mohsen Bahari. 5 rounds for the big gold belt. And the nose of Dalby bloodied up. And he goes back to the well again with those kicks. Such an integral part of the champion's offense.
And they're so varied as well. That's one of the things that makes him tough to deal with. It's not just the speed, it's the fact that he's hitting all these different target areas along the way.
Nice combination there. And another takedown from Nicolas Dalby, and you've got to think, Josh, unless Bahari can do something significant here, the champion is going to cruise to his first title defense. Bahari back up though.
It certainly looks that way. Good elbow.
And Mohsen Bahari's corner screaming at him to move forward. Bahari has to do something here. He's running out of time. He's got to throw that fight-ending shot, and he's got to land it. The scorecards will not be kind to him. Dalby staying active, staying busy, staying on his toes.
Might see the takedowns from Mohsen Bahari, from Nicolas Dalby come with a bit more frequency just to eat up the time as well. He knows he's got the better of Mohsen Bahari, perhaps in the wrestling and on the ground. That's probably the safest place for him right now. Good right hand over the top though.
And the fans here at the Copper Box stamping their feet, banging the railings, cheering on Mohsen Bahari. He's going to have to dig deep here if he's going to dethrone the champion. Big head kick from Dalby though. And it's looking like it's going to be another great night for Team Rumble Sports here at Cage Warriors. Paniki Anzac claiming the gold earlier this evening. Nicolas Dalby on his way to a points victory over Mohsen Bahari in the main event here at the Copper Box Arena.
Again, a good right hand. Likes him double up his jab one more time, perhaps.
And as you said, Josh, there is the takedown. 1:40 on the clock, and that could be the last significant action of the fight unless Bahari can get back to his feet.
Yeah, trying to hop to a dominant position again. He is looking to pass guard. Bahari scrambles back to his feet.
Takes a big knee though, and that looked like it wobbled Bahari. The champ perhaps looking for a finish here. Kicks low to the body that time. Bahari with a step-in knee right to the sternum. It's going to be a bit too late to tire the champ out though. He's got to go for the knockout. Whatever Mohsen Bahari's got left in the gas tank, he needs to empty it in this final minute.
Yeah, it's all or nothing for Mohsen Bahari now. Driving forward, good leg kick, but no straight punches from him. The thing that is so deadly, that makes him so dangerous.
Big right hand from Dalby, and to give Mohsen Bahari his credit, he's taken all these shots on the chin. He's barely flinched.
I mean, to a certain extent, Nicolas Dalby's got to be wondering what he has to do to put Mohsen Bahari away.
As you said earlier, Josh, Bahari never finished by strikes. Could in fact be impossible to finish Mohsen Bahari with strikes.
Yeah, good body lock for him here, but just giving the grip up. I think that's just a sign of fatigue. Again, a good short elbow.
Trying to strike his way out the clinch is Bahari, landing those elbows on the break. And the corner team screaming for him to move forward. Final 10 seconds. Dalby with a spinning hook kick.
Well, he's trying to put a flashy end to it, but
Bahari swinging, Dalby swinging, and this one is over. Mohsen Bahari, Nicolas Dalby, leaving it all in the cage here in your main event, Cage Warriors 74. It'll go to the judges' scorecards as the champion raises the challenger's hand.
I don't think we're going to need the judges' scorecards, though. Pretty comprehensive for Nicolas Dalby.
Let's take a look, Josh, at some of the action from that final frame here at Cage Warriors 74. And it was the striking of Dalby, which was just a little bit quicker, a little bit sharper, a little bit more varied. Worked his man from head to toe, and of course mixed in with those takedowns. A lot of success with those double legs as the fight wore on. Bahari with those nice elbows on the break. Just wasn't able to land anything powerful enough to put the champ on his back. Big knee there from Dalby, and Mohsen Bahari taking shot after shot, not going down. Credit to the challenger, credit to the champion. A grueling, grueling 5-round fight here at Cage Warriors 74. As our judges tally their scorecards, we'll go to Joe Martinez with the Hippodrome Honeys in the cage to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges, and all three have it. 50-45, your winner by unanimous decision, and still the undefeated CWFC welterweight champion of the world, Nicolas "Sharpshooter" Dalby.
The sharpshooter does it again. Still the welterweight champion of the world, Nicolas Dalby. He's with Josh Palmer.